Students, welcome to the subject Software Engineering. At present, we are in chapter Design Engineering. In the previous class, we have listed some of the design concepts. Okay, so these design concepts that we have listed are abstraction, architecture, patterns, modularity, information hiding, functional independence, refinement, refactoring, design classes, etc. Today we will mark the beginning of a topic design concepts where we will study all these listed concepts in detail. Today we shall consider two concepts, that is abstraction and architecture. Point number one. When we consider a modular solution to any problem, many levels of abstraction can be considered. Students, you know what is the meaning of abstraction. Okay, abstraction means considering only the important points in a system and ignoring details. That is what we call as abstraction. Okay, so in that respect, okay, when we consider any modular solution to any problem, we can have many levels of abstraction. Okay, it depends upon what are the important factors we are considering. Point number two. At highest level of abstraction, a solution is stated in broad terms using the language of the problem environment. So there are different level of abstractions, and at the very highest level of abstraction, okay, we can state the problem in broader terms considering the problem environment. Point number three. At lower levels of abstraction, a more detailed description of the solution is provided. So at the highest level, you have got broad definition of the problem, and at the lower levels, we go for detailed description of the solution. Point number four. Two levels of abstraction can be thought as: one, procedural abstraction, and second, data abstraction. First, we will consider procedural abstraction. Point number 5. A procedural abstraction refers to a sequence of instructions that have specific and limited function. So here, as the name itself states, procedural abstraction, here we talk about the instructions. Okay, so procedural abstraction refers to a sequence of instructions that have specific and limited function. Point number 6. The name of procedural abstraction implies this function, but specific details are suppressed. Okay, students, the correct name should be given in procedural abstraction which speaks about the action. Okay, and details are not released. For example, procedural abstraction may be the word open for a door. Point number 7. Open implies long sequence of procedural steps. Okay, when we say open a door, okay, open, it speaks about walk to the door, reach out and grasp the knob and pull the door, step away from moving door, etc. Okay, so these all details are hidden, and only word open for the door, okay, is stated. So this is what is abstraction mean. Now there is another abstraction, you know, data abstraction. Point number 1. Data abstraction is named collection of data that describes the data object. Okay, so it is a name given to the various collection of the data that will describe the data object. Point number 2. In the context of procedural abstraction, open, we can define a data abstraction called door. Okay. So door, like any data object, the data abstraction for door would encompass a set of attributes that describe the door. Okay. So when you say door, has got many properties or attributes. For example, door type, whether it is wooden or aluminum, swing direction, in which direction is it moving, clockwise or anti-clockwise, weight, what is the weight of the door, dimension, that is what is width and what is height. So all these attributes describe the door. Point number 3. Thus, procedural abstraction open would make use of the information contained in the attributes of the data abstraction door. Okay. So whatever is the data abstraction door, okay, this data abstraction is used in procedural abstraction open. Continuing the architecture, now we'll go to the architecture concept. Software architecture means the overall structure of the software and the ways in which that structure provides conceptual integrity for a system. Where students, you know the meaning of architecture. Architecture speaks about the skeletal model of the system. So here, in case of design engineering, okay, and in particular software engineering, software architecture means the overall structure of the software and the ways in which that structure provides conceptual integrity for the system. Point number 2. In the simplest form, architecture is the structure or organization of the program components or modules. The manner in which these components interact and the structure of the data that are used by the components. So students, in case of software, architecture means the structure or organization of the program, components or modules, and how these modules interact, okay, and the structure of the data that is used by different components of the program. Point number 3. In broader sense, components can be generalized to represent major system elements and their interaction. So when you think of a component must represent one of the major system and how these system interact with each other. Point number 4. One goal of software design is to derive an architectural rendering of the system. So basically, when you go for software design, you basically go in for architecture of the system or software. This rendering serves as a framework from which more detailed design activities are conducted. So students, when you are going for developing a software, okay, you have in the design arena, you have a architecture. So this architecture, okay, gives you the framework from where you can go in for detailed design and various activities that are required. Point number 6. A set of architectural patterns enable software engineer to reuse design level concepts. So student, you know, there is one concept called as patterns in case of object oriented programming also. So in case of architecture, there is a concept called architectural patterns, and once you have got these patterns, the significance of this pattern is that it can be reused wherever it is suitable. Point number 7. The architectural design can be represented using one or more number of different models. Point number 8. The different models that may be considered are: 1. Structural models, 2nd. Framework model, 3rd. Dynamic models, 4th. Process models, and 5. Functional models. Okay, students, when you want to study, okay, or when you want to go for architectural design, okay, you can use one or more models. The types of models that may be considered for architectural design are listed as: one, structural model; framework models; dynamic models; process model; and functional models. Students, at this point I would like to tell you that, okay, in this subject, that is in software engineering syllabus for the 5th sem, architectural design is an independent chapter where we shall study architecture in detail. So for time being, we will study only these limited aspects, okay, of architecture in this design concepts. Okay, so other design concepts such as patterns, modularity, information hiding, functional independence, refinement, refactoring, and others we will consider in the next classes. Okay, students who are going in the deep into the subject, now you have to be very regular in reading. Okay, regular reading will help you to understand the subject, and I hope you will do that. If you got anything, you can give me a call, and we will stop here. Thank you.